Kale chips, the movie, or is it a trailer? All right, so kale chips, we bake, we do not fry. It is extraordinarily simple, but there's a couple things you need to know. One is you need to take the ribs. If there's really strong ribs in these babies, you have to take them out, and you just basically take a knife and kind of cut a little V in some of these bigger ones. You can see that. Now you can strip them down like this too. That way the integrity is still there, and the leaf will stay together. But you know, you're knocking some of that really fibrous. Not only is it fibrous, but it's bitter. So let's just knock those out of here. Now all it is a simple vinaigrette. There we go. See, that flattens that out right there. I've done most of these earlier, so we'll just leave that aside. Now, the vinaigrette is extraordinarily simple. And what I need is a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of parm, and a little bit of salt. Now, I'm going to use one of these basket strainers just to catch any of the, if we have any seeds or anything like that that might pop out. So the lemon juice is the base for acidity. We don't use a lot of vinegar because vinegar is a little bit more challenging, if not a lot more challenging with wine, and lemon juice blends very, very well with most wine. So the juice, let's just say two and a half or 1.5 lemons, 2.5 lemons right here. Gonna make a base. Okay, once that, you set that aside, then we're gonna put a little salt. Now we're gonna dissolve the salt into our base here just by whisking it in. Now this has to be fairly intensely seasoned. If not, it will not taste good. So olive oil next, whisk it in, keep it moving. So it's about, you know, 1/3 lemon juice, 2/3 olive oil, sometimes half and half if you want it to be particularly tart. The last thing is we're going to microplane a little bit of, or I should say a little bit, not a little bit, but a lot of it, of Parmigiano Reggiano. You want to use the best quality you can find, can get using a microplane. I've already done some earlier just to speed this up for you because it's not the movie, it is a trailer. All right, so now that's going to thicken it up quite a bit, make it into a nice little, almost like a batter, if you will. So this batter, we're going to just gently dress and lightly dress and tap out because we don't want any extra pooling around these leaves. And then tap it out and lay them on. Again, don't want any to pool on there because that'll create a bad result. Actually, what will happen is they become really soggy and they'll never dry out to become crisp like potato chips. All right, so we've got a bunch of leaves going here. Use 2 hands. The chef that trained me said you have 2 hands for a reason, use them. So I think I'll start doing that. Speed this up, tap them out, and lay them down. Okay, now we have our oven at 350 degrees, convection, if you can, and it's going to be like 3 to 5 minutes. That's all you're going to need to do. So we're going to slide those in the oven. So while those are baking, I'm going to just show you, if you don't have a silicone tray liner, you can go old school. Just take a piece of parchment paper, get this at any cooking supply store, make sure you put a good crease in half, take a very sharp knife, make sure it's good and dry, put it in that crease, and then just cut away. And there you have your tray liner, ready to go. Okay, let's check and see if those are done. And fresh from the oven, whoa, they're all blowing up. They're all blowing up. Good, good. Just like potato chips, only better.